Hi, Guy Ardito here, relationship expert, master coach, and author. Now, you might notice that my environment is changing a little bit. I'm on a business trip, but I still wanted to get my weekly video out to you, especially as we've been talking about the 7 commandments of marriage the last few weeks. And today is the final one, and I really didn't want that to be delayed by the fact that I'm traveling. So, what is number 7? Number 7 is to love each other, and even more importantly, to celebrate your love, to come together as a man and a woman, or perhaps I should say, as a couple, and to have that connection, that physicality, that sharing that is unique to an intimate relationship. And if you've been following me the last 6 weeks, the last 3 weeks, I should say, then it probably is occurring to you that you have to have those first 6 commandments in order to get to number 7. You've got to be making time for and prioritizing each other. You've got to be having fun together. You've got to appreciate each other. You've got to be avoiding fights. You've got to understand each other. You've got to be supporting each other. Without those, you're not going to be building the time, the space, the attraction, the intimacy that's necessary to have that love, to have that connection. And here's a joke about maybe I shouldn't say men and women, but masculine and feminine energies and how they keep kind of butting heads over sex. And there's a truth to that. The masculine tends to get connection through sex, while the feminine tends to need connection as a prerequisite to sex. And if you're not in sync with each other, you can easily wind up in a situation that you can never get on the same page because of that. But you can use that information to understand each other. Now, when it comes to sex, when it comes to coming together as a couple that way, there are, beyond the 6 commandments that I just went over, a couple things that tend to come up over and over again as issues. Now, one of them is physical health. When people are not in good physical condition, when they're having, frankly, orthopedic pain, muscular pain, headaches, stress, tension, it can make it very difficult to mentally be in the space to want to come together sexually, and for that matter, to be able to enjoy it. In fact, it can be downright painful when a partner is having issues with, migraines, back pain, hip pain, neck pain, anything like that. And it may sound like a joke, it might sound casual, but these can become big deals because when it's not an occasional headache or pain, but when there's a chronic pain issue, that can mean that sex is never enjoyable for that one partner, and it may not be happening very much at all because certainly the other partner doesn't want to be causing their partner pain. So you really got to be taking care of yourself in that way. Now, the other, of course, is going to be the fact that, well, frankly, emotional issues, depression, stress, anxiety. These all have major impact on libido. So you've got to be taking care of yourself that way. Now, I've got a very stressful life, so trust me, I know. I'm not the pot calling the kettle black here. But you've got to do everything you can to keep that out of your intimate relationship. And if your intimate relationship is causing it, then use some of those earlier techniques that I've been teaching you to help deal with that stress, to help de-escalate the fights, to get over them, and to get to a place of connection and love. Now, another point that people come to me arguing about is how much sex they're having. And frankly, there's no right or wrong amount. But what does matter is that it's an amount that's right for both people in the relationship. And, frankly, this can change over time. So a committed relationship, especially a marriage, is a long-term dance. But what I can tell you is that when you're following the other 6 commandments of marriage that I've laid out, you're going to want to be having sex with each other more. You're going to want to be coming together in that intimate way more because you're already feeling emotionally intimate. You're already enjoying each other. You're already connected. You're already trusting each other. And sex then just becomes the icing on the cake. All of that is a glue, maybe you can see it that way, that brings it together, that brings you and your partner together as lovers, as an intimate couple. So that's it. Those are my 7 commandments of marriage. I really hope you found them useful. Like I said, the people I've talked to have really responded to them. So I'm thinking of publishing maybe a little book about them. If you're interested in any more information, if you're interested in any of my training, if you'd like to work with me as a coaching client, either individually or with your partner, just go to my website, guyardito.com, and you can find all the necessary information there. In the meantime, this is Guy Ardito saying, life is an adventure. Live in love.